Hello everyone, welcome back to the Glassman's World. I'm Dan the Glassman. We're about to get started here. Gonna make some green Super Mario mushrooms. Just like the one that I'm wearing. This is the original one, the first one right here. So we're gonna attempt to make some more of these. This was a couple of the first red ones here that we made. And this was actually the perfect size that I really like and am trying to work towards. So this green one is actually really close in size to that one. So that green one came out pretty good. So let's see if we can make some smaller green Super Mario mushrooms. As you can see, we have a whole bunch of the original $5 mushrooms now available. I had to make sure I got plenty of blues made and the greens, and I needed oranges. I got some more reds. I still need to make purple. I still need more purple mushrooms, and then all of the multicolored ones, and all the, just so many. There's so many different ones to always make constantly all the time. Probably need to make some white ones. I made some of these light green ones here, which are coming out almost white. It's like this kind of a, almost looks glow in the dark, which is pretty cool. So we're gonna just move these off the pad here. They look all nice and beautiful. I didn't even take a photo, doesn't matter. We're just gonna move these off the pad here, and we'll tie those up later on. We'll get those made. Check out this cool candy. Look at that lollipop right there. If you know, you know. Pretty cool, huh? Okay, so let's get our didymium glasses on. Always got to make sure we're wearing our safety goggles. Got to have those on always, all the time. Oh yeah, let me save this video here. I was watching a video last night, how it's made. Christmas ornaments, glass, bottles, tempered glass, and automotive glass. And I'm going to put that into one of my playlists here. I've got, I don't know, thousands of playlists. At least, I would say at least 100 playlists, like several dozen playlists. I don't know. I'm just going to say it's like 1,000 playlists that I have. It takes forever to scroll through them all. There's so many different, like individual itemized subjects that I've saved videos for. And one of them happens to be glass history, glass lessons, and more, or something like that. So let's see if I can find that. We'll save it into the playlist here. We'll get things started. Let's make sure that I got the proper green that we're going to be using, which is actually, I do believe that the green that I'm using in here is the same green. I think it's just in that jade green. Alright, so let me get my glass out. I gotta grab some things here. My studio's kind of in a disarray right now. I've been moving things around, looking for stuff, and so things are a little crazy, but there's the jade. So we'll use the jade green. We definitely need some white. And it looks like that's pretty, is that white? No, that is pink. We don't want pink. You know, now that I'm remembering, I may not have any more white. I have to look for little tiny chunks and pieces. See, that's not white, that's ghost. Where's all that other glass that I had? All tiny mini pieces. I have some over here. I got this white, but this is kind of like a translucent white. I'm looking for my Snow White. I usually use Snow White. Hello, what's going on?
I need to tell you something. I got 25 cents, so I'm scaring it.
Oh my God.
I can't do it.
Okay, maybe I found a little tiny chunk of the Snow White.
$2 and
$2.20. How much?
How much, Mom?
You got $50 million?
50 cents.
50 cents. That is awesome, Boogie. Okay, and we need the white stem. Okay. Let me butt this up real quick. I'll put this on some sort of a punty here. All right, so we're just gonna do the white with the green and oh yeah, and black. Black is something that I use in here as well. That's cobalt. That's cobalt. Is that black? That might be black. There's only one way to really find out is by working it, heating it up, stretching it, pulling it, and looking at it through the light and seeing, is it actually blue, is it green, or is it black? Hopefully it's the onyx or the twilight. Is that what it's called? I always forget the names of the colors. I go and I purchase them, and then I bring them home and I realize they don't have all the labels on the bottoms, and so I forgot what I had just purchased. But we'll just pull a little piece, a little chunk of it here. Hold on one second. This thing is just barely like turning on. We started that a long time ago, and it is now playing a commercial, and I don't want the commercial playing, and my computer has got some sort of weird delay, and it's not working. Okay, did it finally pause and mute? Okay, good. All right, let's see. Is that black? Yeah. Okay, perfect. That's black right there. All right. I don't really need it in that way. I'm just gonna like, hopefully we can just condense this back down. We're just gonna gather it back down to itself and turn it into the thick rod that it once was. That way I'm not wasting it. I could have sat here and just pushed a bunch of black mushrooms real quick, which we could have done, but I really need to utilize this time today on just making a few of these green mushrooms, because they take a minute. You know, it takes me a minute to make these, and they're not anything that I'm doing like super fast just yet. It's taking some time on figuring out how to make these. All right, there we go. I need it pulled up to a slight point. That way I can draw the eyes on. Okay, now we got to get this white. Hopefully this is white, the Snow White, and not. It doesn't feel like it's the ghost. The ghost has like a really smooth, silky kind of feel to it, like extremely smooth. This has like texture, almost like powdered glass compared to like a very smooth surface, like, you know, the window glass that you'd look out your front window or something. It's interesting the different textures that glass has. Some of the glass you can feel it. It feels like it's made from powder, and then some of it's just like real nice and smooth, like the cobalt, the ruby reds, any of like the caramel, butterscotch, all of the amber purples. All right, so we're just gonna attach that, and I'm gonna make sure that's nice and straight. So I'm gonna spin it in my fingers, spin it in the hand there, till you just get it nice and straight, just like that. Then we can work the other end. It didn't go clear, so we know it's not ghost. And it's not bubbling and festering, so it's not the other white that I don't like. I believe this is the Snow White. There is another white that kind of bubbles and festers and boils, and it's not very nice. Okay, wait a minute. What are we doing here? Alright, we gotta just pull out a little thing like that. And then we draw 2 eyes on it. Oh my gosh, we need another piece of white, actually. We're going to have to pull this off onto another punchy of some sort. Here, I'll just use this one here. I need 2 pieces of white, I guess. Alright, so we're going to butt these up. And then, just wanted to announce anyone who's watching locally right now, or who will be in a moment, I will be setting up today live glass blowing demonstrations in Nob Hill, Albuquerque, at in front of Fat Stacks and Tractor Brewing. So come on down and check that out. I got this whole new setup. I'm like, I might as well. Might as well just utilize the new setup. I'm going to bring out this smaller torch here, the Nortel Miner. And yeah, and I'll just make a few different things. Alright, finally the list came up here. Sorry, I wanted to save this video before I go to mine to what was it called? It's like glass history, lessons, and more. So that's what the playlist is called: glass history, lessons, and more, under the Glassman's World. So check out that playlist there if you'd like, and it'll have how it's made, Christmas ornaments, glass bottle, tempered glass, automotive glass by the Factorian. Okay, let's get on over to my video here now. Alright, hold on a second. I just saw someone message me, and it might be about today. So I'm going to just read this real quick. Okay. I just realized I was sending that message. I thought it was to my friend directly. It was in the actual Sunday Market Messenger. It's alright though. It was all about marketing anyways. Okay. Or doing vending and stuff. So, let's get started here. We're going to bring this white down. And this will be our stem, the mushroom stem. I'm going to try to go as small as I can. Oh yeah, and then I got this marving tool here. I might as well use it. Just utilize the marving tool. Okay, we're going to do 2 little dots right here. And they're supposed to be kind of elongated down. So not just dots, but kind of like elongate it just slightly. All right, so then we got those there. And we get the white. And this is when I probably need to put my glasses on, but oh yeah, this is also the first time that I'm doing small glass work with this new torch. Interesting. That worked out really nice. I like that. Okay. So then we got the eyes black with the white kind of reflection on there, little dots of reflection. And hopefully that shows up in there. And then we can push this into the clear glass. Oh, and I forgot. I should have put those eyes more towards the other end, not the tip, not the far end of the white, but kind of up away from the tip, because it's going to go in bottom end first. All right, so now we got to bring up the flame here, and we'll get this clear glass molten. I don't know if you've noticed, but the torch flame on this is a lot better, a lot quieter, and probably easier on the ears for you guys now, you know, especially if you're like listening to me on headphones and stuff like that. I know the hiss of the humming of the torch and the hiss of the flame, it's really hard to get used to. Sometimes it's a little bit too much, too droning. Alright, so now we're going to push this in. Yeah, and I should have put the white dots on the opposite end too. So now they're going to be towards the bottom. This one's made a little bit different here, I guess. Push this in. Get those eyes in there. Oh yeah, and the marving tool's just right here, so I don't have to go. That's pretty interesting. Alright, so then that's in there. So now I've got the white stem inside there with the eyes. And we got to get the air bubble out. So this is the same technique of adding the eyes on for my the alien spaceships that I used to make. The UFO pipe, if you go to facebook.com/the UFO pipe, you'll be able to find that. And we just got to melt out the air here. And I'm still trying to find the sweet spot here with this new torch and trying to figure out what works best for me. It does work a lot different compared to the premix torch that I've been using. This is a surface mix torch, the minor, compared to the National 3A torch and 12-hole point tip that I was using. I'm trying to see how many ports does this one actually have. It's got one in the center. It's a 7-port. Okay. So it's got only 7 ports compared to the 12. But that the National 3A was extremely hot. And maybe I was also working it extremely hot too. Alright, so now we got that stem in there with the eyes and the whites on the black. See that? So now we got that in there. And the eyes are in there. I don't know if you can see it because of the way it glows. Oh yeah, and let's bring up the video here so I can see if anyone is watching. If you're here, welcome. All right, now we're gonna add a little bit of black. What I've done is I've added a little black line under that red to really make it pop. Just a little something added to it here. Little attitude. Okay, so you know, this just kind of makes it stand out a little bit more. I don't know. I like it. Everyone that's seen them, they like them too. So add a little bit of black right on top, just overlapping just a little bit bigger than that stem there. Alright, and then we just melt that back down. Make sure that's ready for the next time that we use it. I do like the marving pad right here, it's kind of nice. And get our paddle. We'll flatten that black on top and make it spread out some. Kind of flatten it and spread it out just a little bit. Make it just a little bit wider than the mushroom stem there. So now he's got like a little black hat on top right there. You can see. Excuse me. Been all congested a lot lately. I need to get away from eating so much sugar and drinking so much milk. Alright, I'll soften this flame up some. Interesting. That part of the jade's trying to fester, so I'm going to pull that off and just get rid of it. This is the right green, right? I'm pretty sure this is the same green that I've been using. All right, then we go over, slightly bigger than that black. So then it's underneath. And then I'll smash that down to make sure that that really engulfs around that black. So now he's got a green hat on top of the black there. And then I'll just help to guide that green around that black and force it to go down over it. And then that brings that mushroom cap shape back like that. Bam! And then you do the white dots. And the white dots are in a specific pattern. Good morning. Yeah, I'm gonna go to Fat Stacks and meet up with Edgar. Alright, and then we add the dots there. We get the dots on top of that, and then we just sink them in.
Do you have the gas?
I don't think so.
It's not by the bed.
Okay, well, give me a second and I'll take a look around. And then we just sink that in, the white dots into the green. And then I just got to melt all this down and get this all nice and smooth with the clear with the mushroom. The dots are positioned a little high on this one. Interesting, I might have went up a little bit too high. Alright, so now that cap is pretty much nice and smooth with the clear glass on the edges there. So then there's no like real major crease or anything. And then I can engulf it or encase it with another piece of glass. Alright, and then we'll see how this works with this new torch. Can I get this nice and gooey and molten enough? Thanks for tuning in and watching. I appreciate it. Please hit that like button if you like what you're seeing here. And if you want to subscribe and see more of this, go on ahead and hit that subscribe button. So I got to make a few of these. So I got 2 of them already sold. So the first few are already gone. We'll see how many I can make here. Let's see if I can get some of these out today. Now the thing is these are priced higher than most of my other glass. Most of my pendants are $20 each. And usually I run a deal where they're 20 each and 2 for 30. I always do like a really awesome deal for the general public. You know, you can buy these $5 original $5 mushrooms for $5 and get 5 of them for 20 all the time. But right now I'm running a buy one get one free sale on all my glass. So on all the regular pricing, so like, you know, if everything is $20, then you get 2 for 20. If everything is $5, then you get 2 for 5. I'm not doing 5 for 20 and then you get 10 for 20. It's just on the normal pricing there. All right, I hope I got that all in there and underneath. I think I got that clear glass in there. The hardest part is making sure that the clear glass engulfs over the whole entire mushroom cap so then the mushroom cap doesn't try to sneak out the edge, and it'll melt its way out to the surface of the edge of the outside of the glass on the sides. So you really want to make sure that you get that clear glass embedded in there. And I've never used a marving tool like this to do this, so this is new and it's actually very helpful. So I don't know if you can see how that looks there, but you can see clear glass in between that cap and where the seam is. If you can't see that and you see just the mushroom cap touching that seam, then that means that the color is gonna just melt out and reach out to the edges, which is okay. It might look really cool, but we want it to be fully encased to where it looks like it's completely inside and embedded in there, and there's no way that it's like trying to reach out to the edges there. Wow, I'm really happy with this torch. I am so grateful to have found and met the lady that I purchased it from. Amazing deal. Thank you so much. I will send you this video so you can see what I am now making with your torch. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Appreciate it. If you want to send me links and I can share you out, I know you had some really beautiful, amazing stained glass work. Was it slumped glass? Not stained. It was slumped glass in the kiln, not stained. Sorry, I apologize. The fused glass, the slumped glass, the kilned glass. I believe that is what she works with. So she works it cold, and then she puts it into the kiln and heats it up, fires it up, so then it slumps together or fuses together in the kiln. Which that is some of the glass that I lost to in the state fair this recent year. I should have got first place in best of show for hot glass torch work borosilicate glass. I mean, you know, it could have been up against some soft glass workers too, and maybe not put it in specific boro, but there was no one else in that category this year. No one else decided to enter. So I was like, well, I guess I win, like, automatically. But no, they slumped me in with the slumped glass. So I got second place still. I didn't get first and I didn't get best of show, but I did get second place, which is still really awesome to be able to go up against that sort of glass and still be able to come away with second place. But I am saying I should have had first place in the hot glass torch worked glass category, and I should not have been put into a different category. So it was kind of unfair, but at the same time, it's good to know that even still going up against that type of work, I still take second place. And next year, then I'm just going to do all of it, where we'll do like borosilicate glass, soft glass, stained glass, slumped glass, put it all together into one piece, and they'll have to give it to me. They're like, oh my gosh, he wins in every category. But that's if it's nice enough of a piece, right? And I don't even know what kind of piece I'm gonna make. I just envision something right now, and I might know what I'm making. That's pretty cool. All right, so now we got rid of that seam. There's no air bubbles. That's the magic. If you can do that and put the clear glass, encase it completely over without messing up the mushroom inside, without creating a seam line, without putting air bubbles in that seam line, then it looks flawless. Like, how How the F did you even get that in there? And that's the magic of blowing glass. We are magicians at the stuff we do, alchemists and magicians. All right, so now I'm trying to just elongate it slightly. Get rid of the thickness up top here and bring it down to where it all kind of flows with the rest of it. Elongate it just a little bit. There we go. And there it is, guys. Super Mario green mushroom right there. The first one on the miner. Bam. It's got a little bit of a flat top, so I might have kept it a little bit too molten when I flattened that clear glass on top of it. But it's not bad. It's just slight, just a minor flatness to it. Not bad at all. And maybe it'll pull itself up when I pull the stem right now. We'll see. We got the whites on the eyes. Can see those coming through. That looks good. I do believe this is the same green that I've been using. This one was trying to fester some. I don't know why. Alright, we're going to try to pull this up some. And pull a loop, and then I'll have to go and I'm going to try to find something for my wife real quick, and I'll be right back. So just bear with me for a moment. After I finish this up, I'm going to go help her try to find something she's not able to find. I don't think I have it in here, but I'm not 100%. Alright, we'll pull that slightly. Now we got that good shaping on top there. And we'll go up to the clear glass rod here. We'll pull the loop, and we will call it a day. Drop it in the kiln. I don't know if I'm going to have these for today, actually. But I did want to make sure I had several of them ready for tomorrow. Oh, actually, I got to figure out that now. Sorry, excuse me. A little bit congested. I should probably make myself some tea. Make some nice ginger tea or something. Help break up the congestion. Ginger is an amazing herb, plant, food for that. Alright, let's make sure that this is nice and straight now. We got to make sure that the eyes are facing forward. I'm going to give it a little bit of a twist. There we go. Just make sure that the back end is straight too. After twisting it, it kind of messes it up some. Just round it back out, get it nice and shaped, make sure that the hole is nice and good. Cool. And there you have it. There's a green one right there. How long did that take from beginning to end? We're already 38 minutes in. But I know it didn't take that long. I know we were looking for glass and doing things, prep work and stuff for a moment. So I don't know. Maybe that was in about 25 to 30 minutes. No one else is making these, so the price on these, I've had it at $50. Last weekend I dropped it down to $40, and with the buy one get one free. I was able to then sell a couple of them, which was really nice. All right, we're gonna have to make the shaping a little bit better and keep the spacing a little bit better on those dots on top. But there you have it. It's about, this is the one that I'm trying to get the size of, right? And you can see the size of the pendant is about the same, but the mushroom is a lot bigger on the inside, which isn't bad. But I am trying to get them smaller, and that's hard. It's hard to get that smaller detail. All right, I'll be right back. I'm gonna get this in the kiln, and then I'm gonna go try to help my wife find this real quick. Oh my gosh, it's right here. I have it. Okay, cool. That was quick. I was worried that was going to take a moment. Let's make a couple more of these before I have to go. Let's see if we can get another one done within the hour. And then I'll probably let you guys go. I may stay working. I got to keep track of the time here. Make sure I have plenty of time to get set up out there today. I think they're going to be there around noon. So I just need to be prepared to get leaving about 11:30. So if I start preparing myself at 10:30, this should be good. So that gives me about 30 minutes. We'll make one more with you guys. Maybe make one more after that. All right, here we go. Let's get started again. Do the same thing. First things last, last things first. However it works. All right. We'll pull the white. And making that mushroom cap smaller, that's... Alright, let's see if I can pull it off. And I do need to get me some new tweezers here. That's the one thing that I really, really need is some new tweezers. Alright. I just need to run to like Harbor Freight or something like that. What's going on, ANCAP? Dude, that was a crazy scenario you were in last night. I didn't come back to watch it once I was doing dinner and ate some pizza, and then I passed out, dude. I ain't gonna lie. I'm an early bird. You were probably out there for several more hours, and I was just asleep within within the hour, 30 minutes to an hour. I had like 3 or 4 slices, and I was done. And please, yes, thank you so much. Hit that like button. So ANCAP Gamer, I don't know if I've actually been on ANCAP Gamer. I've been on your other one. Do you have another, or are those the only 2 that you do? I've been trying to set up a couple other channels. Not trying. I'm not even trying. I set up a couple other channels, and then I haven't like posted on them, so I'm not even trying. All right. All right. get the little whites in the eyes here, and we'll make sure to put them to this side instead of that side. It's hard to get those little tiny white dots on there without it going out the edge. So these are the Super Mario mushrooms, the green ones that look like this here that I'm wearing the first green one. I'm wearing the first original one, the red one, but I also have the first green one. So that's what we're making right now. I have an order for at least 2 of them sold right now. So these first 2 are already pretty much gone and claimed. But I'll be making more than 2, that's for sure. And, you know, because I'll be making more than 2, they might not pick these first 2. They might choose the last 2 that I make or whatever, you know. I got to get some things shipped out. Completely just dropped the ball on that. Should have had it gone out already. So I guess Monday. Well, maybe I can still ship it out today before I go. Maybe I can get that address and ship it out real quick. Try to make it there for Christmas. I promised for Christmas and dropped the ball. Dang it. Alright, let's get this little mushroom stem in here with the little eyes. So it's just little dots of color on the white there. But with the whites in the eyes, so it's like a dot of black and a dot of white on top of that. Alright, we'll get it inside the glass here. We'll make sure that doesn't mushroom. I do like this marving tool right here. That is nice to have right on top of the torch. I've always had one and I never put it on my torch. I always thought it was gonna like be in the way, but I guess I can get used to it. You know, just start working around it. The first night that I was working it, I was like trying to do something. I'm like, wait a minute, these corners here, maybe if these were clipped off some, do some custom and bend those out of the way or cut them off, grind them, polish them down, make them round. These sharp edges are kind of scary. And this aluminum gets hot because it's right there by the flame. Yeah, did I burn myself yesterday? Got a little burn yesterday. Not bad. A little tiny thing. I don't know if you can even see it on my wrist right there. I put down some hot glass on the pad here, and then I went to like rest my hand down like that. I put it right on the molten, like it was like freaking 1,000 degrees or whatever, man. It was hot. Just singed me so quickly. It was like a ah. 4 hours total, but there for 2, huh? I'll be out down in Nob Hill today in front of a tractor and fat stacks. I'll be vending at noon or around that time. My friends are out there, they said like from about noon till 6 last week, and they did really well out there. So there's live music playing on the patio at Tractor, and so I guess we'll have some entertainment and we'll just be out there chilling. It looks like a beautiful day, blue skies, no chemtrails, awesome, love it. And I haven't been outside yet, but it looks warm. I don't know if it's, I mean, we've had the most unseasonably warm weather. There's not going to be a white Christmas at all here in Albuquerque, unless we make it white and just paint the town white. That'd be interesting if someone like had a snow machine, a snowblower. Like they had one at the Twinkle Light Parade. And there was one of the floats that was shooting up all this like snow coming out of like an ice maker or some kind of something. It was pretty cool. Imagine if they just drove around all day on Christmas. That would be cool. It's like, well, we're gonna at least bring the snow to you. It's not gonna stick, but it'll at least be floating in the air. Alright, I can see one of the eyes is a little bit higher than the other, so he's gonna look like he's kind of looking to the side, all kind of surprised look or whatever. That's interesting. Alright, we add the black on top. I don't know if this is midnight or the twilight. Is that what it's called? Twilight? Midnight and twilight? Onyx? Maybe it's onyx? I don't know. There's so many different glass. Well, not so many. There's several different colored glass companies, and they all have different names for their glass. You know, it's like all the different dispensaries and all the different names for their for the herbs and stuff. It's like, where do you guys come up with these names, man? Man, I'm getting these down pretty nice and smooth now. They don't feel like all difficult, like having to think them through. Like now they just come in. So that's pretty cool. Well, what happened there? Are we still streaming? My stream is like completely slowed down. It's got such a lag. I'm not watching myself live. I guess the comments are still coming in live. You guys are seeing me live, but the video on my screen don't look live at all. It was just showing the two mushrooms side-by-side comparison. That was a while ago for me here. Alright, we get that green on there. Flatten that green over the black. And just got to try to make sure that the green covers up that black, so then it just makes a nice line of black right underneath it. And that way you're not seeing too much of it, but it is a nice little detail. And I don't have to do that at all. I can just put the green right on top and just call it a day. There is no black on the Super Mario mushrooms. I am just adding that for my own little style, my own look. Alright. Looks pretty good there. And we'll do the dots. It's always putting that first one right in front above the eyes, and then that's how you can then figure out where the rest of them go. All right. then just slowly melt those all in, melt them down. Yeah, these ones are looking better than that first one. Possibly a little bit smaller. We might have the right size here, finally. You know, get it nice and smooth around by that clear glass. But see, I've got the cap small still. The clear glass is big, and there's like a nice smooth transition between them. It's not like a ridge, a real sharp ridge to where air will get trapped in between. And these here, like I said, there's no one else in the world right now making them. I don't know. I have not seen them. I barely can find the regular Amanita mushrooms online. I've asked people to search, Google them, please. Like if you can, ANCAP, try to do a Google search on hand-blown glass Amanita mushrooms, implosion mushrooms, encased mushrooms, Amanita mushrooms encased in glass, little necklaces, pendants. If you can find any out there, let me know how much, where they're located and how much they're selling them for. Because the cheapest that I've only found one other person in Canada, and the cheapest that he's selling them is $60, 69 Canadian. Yes, I do like this Marving tool right here. That gives me such a better angle, and being able to just push it like that. That is so nice. I get that to wrap around so much better than before. Ooh. It's just like up the ante on the game here now. Hopefully that mushroom cap didn't get flattened again. I don't know why it was flattened. I kept that one nice and solid. I didn't even let that one get molten. There's all these little steps that you got to do precisely, or else it's not going to come out right. Making sure you don't stretch the stem out, stretch the eyes out, stretch the mushroom cap out. So I'm not too worried and concerned about sharing the new knowledge here. Like I always say, just keep everything open source. Those who can pull it off, man, more power to you. That's awesome. If you can just watch a video and watch me do this and then pull it off, then you're already a master glass artist at that point. It's like, all right, cool. Bring it on. And then I'll just drop my prices. Because how quick I can make these, I can sell these for a little bit less and be happy with it, but not cut it too much to where then I'm just like barely scraping by, you know. I just got to get on the torch, stay on the torch, keep working, keep making glass, and get us ahead here slowly but surely. Once we get through all these crazy holidays, it's like one after another. And then all the birthdays in between the year. Alright, so now I'm just melting down that clear glass on the outside, getting them to come together. And everything should be fully encased inside. There's like one little spot right there. I'm like, I hope that ain't trying to reach out to the edge. if it is, maybe I could just do this and force it. Man, there's been some crazy things going on recently. I don't know if you saw the rescheduling of cannabis yesterday, or was that yesterday or the day before? That hasn't, like, they converted a plant to a controlled substance in 1937 and then put it into a Schedule 1 classification, meaning that it's extremely illicit and dangerous and has no medicinal value, even though since for like all history books has been written, it's always said how cannabis has always been utilized for medicinal purposes and values. And so it was kind of interesting how the Wall Street tycoon billionaires were able to demonize and eradicate a plant and get all of society to go along with it. A bunch of fools, a bunch of sheep, a bunch of sheeple, a bunch of cattle just going along with this herd mentality, not realizing you're demonizing a plant. So silly. But, you know, the psilocybin mushrooms are going to be a huge thing soon too now, with all of this going on federally. There's going to be a lot of new things happening with the psilocybin in the medical history now. They're going to start to utilize it for treatments, for therapy, helping people with depression, anxiety, PTSD, chronic pain, inflammation, all sorts of things. Mushrooms are extremely powerful and potent, and not only just the psilocybin mushrooms, but you got like the lion's mane, the chaga, the all the good mushrooms. You know, my wife, she does a lot of mushroom medicine because of her inflammation and all of her health issues and things. See, this one here, like I was saying, like, I don't know if it got fully encased in there. I should have taken a little bit more time on that clear glass to make sure, because now, I don't know if you can see, but there's like a little bit of like a folding out on that mushrooms cap to where it looks like it's trying to reach out to the edge of the glass. I can see it. I don't know if you guys can see it. I don't like it, but I'm a perfectionist when it comes to my glass. But still ain't no one making Super Mario mushrooms. Not yet, anyways. And very soon I gotta see what is the tiniest Super Mario mushroom I can make. I've done the world's smallest Amanita mushroom, and I've even shown it to the one person in the world that I think can beat me, who makes microscopic glass, like molecular structures in glass. It's ridiculous what Dan Hoffman makes. Check out Dan Hoffman and his molecular microscopic glass. He works with using one port, one tiny torch port. I've got 7 going on this one. My other torch had a 12-hole port. And you just go check out Dan Hoffman. Go see what that crazy mofo is doing with the glass. I sent it to him. If he can't beat me, nobody can. That's all I gotta say. And then my glass should make it into the Guinness Book of World Records, which would be awesome. And I could put Albuquerque on the map for something cool and positive. instead of being #1 with the world records in crime. World records and idiocracy through APD. I think everyone's happy Medina's going, right? All right, so I'm gonna let you guys go after this one here. I probably should eat some breakfast and just not even work on making another one. I only got a little bit of time to get ready and to get going, and I should probably eat if I'm gonna be out there for a few hours here. So look at how crooked that thing looks. Here, let me put my hand behind it and it won't fluctuate in and out. See how crooked that is? We're gonna make that all nice and beautiful. Gotta push it back over straight. That stem got kind of mashed in. I don't know what happened with that one. This one got a little doofy looking, man. And I did say doofy with a D. Someone's still gonna love it though. It's still a Super Mario mushroom. It's still made out of glass. And still no one else can do these yet. If any other glass blower is watching, prove me wrong. I'm showing you how to make them right here, right now. At least the way I do them, you can come up with your own way, your own style, your own tricks and techniques. All right, then I clean up that punty mark there on the bottom. Make sure that's all nice and smooth. And then we call it a day. All right, I'm gonna let you guys go. That way we can keep this at an hour or so. I always like to try to keep my videos manageably watchable, you know. It's hard to do these kind of glass videos and keep them at like 15 minutes, 20 minutes, you know. So an hour is about what I like to try to push them at, and not make you sit here for 2 hours, 3 hours, 5 hours with me while I'm doing a full day's worth of glass. But I appreciate you coming along on this journey. Watch me make some more of these green mushrooms. I did need to make 2 of them, so I do have at least 2 of them ready to go for tomorrow. And I will make more when I get back later today. And I won't have time in the morning tomorrow, but hopefully I'll make more tonight when I get back. And then I'll be out blowing glass live. And so I can't really make. I could try to make them while I'm out live. The problem is not having the kiln. It might not be worth the risk on them just cracking and breaking on me and spending a whole 30 minutes time on each one, you know. So with that being said, if you're local, come check us out. We're going to be out there in front of a Tractor Brewing and Fat Stacks in Nob Hill location right there, central Tulane, Albuquerque, New Mexico. All right. Love and blessings. Thanks for tuning in and watching, ANCAP. I appreciate you always coming in. And I'll see you all again another day, another time. Blessings. Have a good day. I'm out.